This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Sunday, July 19th, 2026, in the morning. Today we analyze the surge in Linux kernel vulnerability disclosures, the release of the Kimi K3 model, the Qwen-3.8 open weight announcement, a critical RCE vulnerability in WordPress, and the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. The Linux kernel ecosystem is currently experiencing an unusually high volume of security disclosures. Over the past 24 hours, the European Vulnerability Database has cataloged a significant cluster of use-after-free vulnerabilities and race conditions affecting various kernel subsystems. These include issues within the Block C group, the F2FS file system, and the key virtual machine submodules. The patches address specific errors where memory is accessed after it has been freed, a common but dangerous class of bug. These fixes are essential for maintaining the stability and security of the millions of server and enterprise environments running the latest stable Linux kernels. Administrators should prioritize updating their production infrastructure immediately to mitigate potential local privilege escalation risks. The research community is currently dissecting the performance of the Kimi K3 model. Analysis indicates a shift in how large language models approach reasoning tasks, with Kimi K3 demonstrating a distinct improvement in internal consistency and task planning. This has prompted a widespread discussion on whether we have reached a plateau in raw model scaling, shifting the focus toward the reasoning architecture of these systems. The developer community is viewing this as a potential inflection point for agentic workflows, where the model acts more as a reliable orchestrator rather than a standard text completion engine. Alibaba's Qwen team has officially announced the upcoming release of Qwen-3.8 in an open weight format. This is a highly anticipated development, as previous iterations have consistently set the benchmark for performance in compact, open weight deployments. By making these weights available, Alibaba is enabling a broader range of research into local, private inference applications that do not rely on centralized API endpoints. This is a critical move for organizations aiming to integrate frontier-level performance into sovereign, offline environments. A critical vulnerability has been identified in the WordPress core, specifically dubbed WP2 shell, or CVE 2026-63030. This is a pre-authentication remote code execution chain that allows an unauthenticated attacker to take full control of a WordPress instance. Open source scanners are already being distributed within the security community to help site administrators identify vulnerable installations. Because this is a core vulnerability, every WordPress user is urged to apply the latest security patches immediately. Geopolitical tensions in the Middle East have escalated, with reports confirming that 2 United States service members were killed during a ballistic missile attack on an airbase in Jordan on Saturday. This incident marks a significant intensification of regional hostilities. The broader impact is being felt across multiple fronts as regional nations respond to the ongoing exchange of strikes. Military analysts are observing these developments closely, as they represent a sharp uptick in direct kinetic conflict involving international personnel. Community sentiment is currently defined by a security-first posture in response to the high density of kernel and web app vulnerabilities. First, there is significant chatter surrounding the efficiency of the new Transcribe CPP project. Developers are highlighting its performance in local speech-to-text workflows, noting that it minimizes the need for high-latency cloud processing. Second, the discourse on New York City's potential mandate to force disclosure of AI-generated real estate listings continues to draw heat. Critics argue that this is a precursor to broader regulatory burdens on AI-assisted content creation. Third, engineering teams are closely monitoring the emergence of local privilege escalation proof of concepts targeting the Windows Wallet service. This has reignited debates regarding the security of local wallet storage architectures. Finally, the hardware community is focused on the latest advancements in server memory, specifically the emergence of DDR5 8000 RDIMMs and MRDIMM Gen 2 technology, which is hitting speeds of DDR5 12600. These advancements are seen as the next necessity for keeping pace with the memory bandwidth demands of the latest model architectures.